If you haven't watched my pre-recode ability list video, then you should go check it out, since many of the terms that will be used in this video are mentioned and are explained in that one. In this video, I won't dive into numbers like how much this deals to what, since there will always be balance changes upcoming that will just render those values outdated. We will be talking about these topics in today's video: attack boxes and hitboxes, terms and lingo, dinosaur classes, running versus sprinting, strategies, advanced PvP tips, and metagaming. Let's start with attack boxes and hitboxes. What are the difference between the two? Attack boxes are where your dinosaur outputs damage. Hitboxes, however, is where your dinosaur receives the damage. Obviously, your head and neck hitbox are the ones where you receive the most damage, unless you're a Ceratopsian, of course, which they have armor on the head and makes it harder to target their neck. So, when you attack one's tail, unless it is the base of a sauropod's tail, you would deal the least amount of damage. Surprisingly, Pre-Extinction is one of those games where you can't tail ride someone to death effectively, because your head would then be exposed to receiving more damage if so. How do attack boxes work? Here in Pre-Extinction, as bubbles. Different dinosaurs have of course different ranges of their attack boxes. That's why you would wonder why Stegosaurus's tail can still hit you even though their tail technically didn't touch your dino model, and why Diplodocus's tip of its tail attack can't deal any direct damage to you unless you move closer to its attack box. So, to get better at PvP, it is better to turn on the show attack boxes in the settings so you can visualize and estimate where and when your attacks will land, cause the animation of your attack does not coincide with your dinosaur's damage timing. In this image are the following of current and soon to be changed attack boxes of dinosaurs in the Recode. Next is we will have to learn Pre-Extinction terminologies and lingo so you won't get confused and misguided throughout this video and when you're playing in the game. The one call or aggro call is the roar that signifies aggression. Some abilities can be triggered by this key, such as the trumpeter and intimidation abilities. Two call or friendly call. This is the roar that shows passiveness and friendliness towards others, or as a bait before you betray them. The three call or broadcast call is your loudest roar, which usually signifies that you want to be found and killed together with your packmates. Abilities such as the rally ability can be activated by this roar. KOS or kill on sight, meaning killing or attacking something, whatever dino it is, may it be a passive or aggressive player, whatever growth stage, whatever species, even your own kind. The M1 or left mouse button or attack button 1, which is usually your default attack. M2 is for your right mouse button or attack button number 2. Your M3 or middle mouse button or special ability for some playable dinosaurs. FPS is for frames per second, when your game suddenly becomes a slideshow even with good ping. DPS or damage per second, outputs as much or the most damage within a certain time frame. Ping, the delay to the response time relative to which server you are playing. For example, you tend to experience higher ping when you see other players teleport around you, leading to an unfair fight. Revenge kill, or a metagaming tactic where someone would come back as another dinosaur to come kill you while you are low on HP and stats. Low kill is killing or finishing someone with already bad well-being stats or low health and stamina. AFK kill, meaning killing someone while they are inactive with their dinosaur, or AFK. Spawn killing is dinosaurs having designated spawn points across the map, so especially when you spawn as a juvenile. Some players tend to wait at these spawn points and kill defenseless juvenile dinosaurs. Safe log. Safe logging your dinosaur with the Safe Log to menu on the menu screen, so your dinosaur's progress and spawn point would be saved. Combat log. Quickly logging out of the game through exiting or leaving the experience, hoping your dinosaur survives when you log back in. It's like a quick escape out of combat when you don't want to fight. Soft pack limit. A threshold or limit of dinosaurs in a pack before they get the Mega Pack debuff. The Mega Pack is a group of dinosaurs that surpasses their soft pack limit, giving them a Mega Pack debuff, or altogether a huge herd or pack of dinosaurs within a certain area. Mixed Pack, a gathering or group of dinosaurs that aren't of the same species. They can be classified when working together to fight or drive other dinos away. This can be a mixed pack of both herbivores, carnivores, or even omnivores. Baiting, a general strategy used by most players by making others use their attacks so they can come take advantage of it. That can be baiting their skills or attacks, or by roar baiting, since whenever you roar, you can't use your attacks or abilities. Lock dropping, dropping one's location across the map, announcing it on the global chat, allowing some players to hunt you down with your location exposed. Care Bear, a dinosaur that adopts or protects a smaller dinosaur that isn't of its kind or of the same species. Let's move on to dinosaur classes. First, we have the Bruisers. This is a mix of all classes while dealing raw damage to their targets. Turbosaurus and Diplodocus belongs to this class. Bashers. Pachyrhinosaurus and Pachycephalosaurus belongs to this class, where they inflict fracture to their targets via their blunt abilities. Crushers. Tarbosaurus and Bisteherosaur belongs to this class, where they inflict higher chances of fracture to their targets via their bite attacks. Tanks. Dinosaurs with high HP and durability with no definite weak spots. Deinocheirus and Parasaurolophus are perfect examples of this class. Bleeders. Deals damage to their targets and it increases their bleed duration whenever they hit it again and again. Allosaurus and Spinosaurus are perfect examples for this class. Glass Cannon. A bleeder that deals high damage but at the expense of their low health. Bapiosaurus and Deinonychus are some of the examples of this class. Infectionist. Deals basic and fever infection to targets that can have varying effects. Acrocanthosaurus and Saurophaganax are great examples for this class. Fast-paced attacker, or FPA. They generally deal low to medium damage to their targets, but has many abilities that varies in cooldown and damage. Edmontosaurus and Gigantoraptor are part of this class. Brawler, a rare class where one that can repel damage and face tank their attackers, like Iguanodon with their parrying ability. Now, you might be thinking,
but Doms, what about Stegosaurus? It can deal bleed, but being so tanky. Same with Acanthocodia.
It is obvious that some dinosaurs can fit into 2 or more classes. Stegosaurus and Acanthocodia being both tanks and bleeders, Torvosaurus being an infectionist and bruiser, Ankylosaurus being a tank and a basher, to name a few. Running versus sprinting. Stamina. It is vital to know how to manage your stamina since most M2 attacks or abilities require it. Bear trap, kicks, jumping, and the like. When you are out of stamina, you are an easy target and can easily be taken down, since you cannot escape and cannot use your strong attacks. Running is where you simply press your shift button, or left shift default for the PC, which allows your dinosaur to travel long distances that require decent stamina. Sprinting is where you travel faster, but taking up more stamina. Of course, each dinosaur has different sprint and running speed. Regenerating stamina is simple. You don't regen stamina when running or sprinting. You gain stamina slowly while trotting. You gain stamina fast while walking. You gain stamina faster while resting. And of course, you gain stamina the fastest when sleeping. Now to strategies. The most common strategy to use in the game is being in packs or groups, because there is safety in numbers. However, be mindful of what your soft pack limit is, because when you get the Mega Pack debuff, your pack will tend to receive more damage and deal less with every sub or adult member in the pack, or those who are close by the amount of 25%. Generally, as any apex herbivore, you are technically slower, so it is better to stay defensive and to use the terrain to your advantage. especially when playing Stegosaurus, and not to allow those Torbosauruses to hit your head constantly. Same with Edmontosaurus, Triceratops, Parasaurolophus, and Therizinosaurus. Always aim your claws, horns, tail, and legs for kicking to the enemy and keep it aiming at them. Ceratopsians can form a wall of thorns or frills for defense, making a line like what modern bisons do today. Spinosaurus and Triceratops and Dinoceras are waters, which makes them effective in combat near water or when it rains. Sauropods staying near water and food sources when they get the fever infection to avoid dying of thirst and hunger. Edmontosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and Centausaurus being in herds, having their sheer numbers be their protection, and many more strategies for different types and kinds of dinosaurs. Here are a few advanced PvP tips. You first need to read your opponent's behavior. Watch out for their attack animations, how to manage their stamina, and their movement patterns. Comboing attacks, where your dinosaurs have moves that flow well together, like maybe a bite followed by a tail swing, vice versa, and many more. Environmental manipulation. Funnel enemies into choke points or lead them into traps like cliffs or deep water, since some ecosystems where spots have fall damage. And of course, you also need to adapt and evolve. Since no strategy is perfect, if something isn't working, then change your approach mid-fight. And the last on the topics, metagaming. What is metagaming? This refers to using knowledge or strategies that go beyond what a character would realistically know within the gaming world. This often gives a player an unfair advantage and can break immersion. One example would be on my one Edmonto video where the Rex, instead of crossing the river to hunt and approach me, it safe logged or it used the unstuck feature to teleport to the Edmontosaurus spawn points on my side to attack me by surprise. Another metagaming tactic is revenge killing. When someone dies as their dinosaur, they would switch to another where they would run back to the place where they die and try and attempt to low kill you out of revenge. Since you would be at a disadvantage because you are now already low on health, stats, and stamina, which give them the advantage of satisfyingly killing your dinosaur back. Clans are also a metagaming tactic, where a certain group of players tend to gang up or target certain players in a server, and they would organize search or kill parties with different and strong dinosaurs, since they are too afraid to take you on along, like chickens. But I'm not saying all clans are like this, but some do ruin the player's experience by making it unfair to play. The current prior extinction PvP can be described overall in one word. Circumstantial. Some may say laggy, unfair, bollocks, buggy, which are all good, and I can understand. But why did I choose circumstantial? Because this game, for nearly 2 years of playing it, I have my own share of victories, defeats, narrow escapes, and unfair battles in the game. There are many factors that affect the outcome of any battle in the game, from high ping to FPS drops, exploiters, and results of metagaming. Yes, victories are satisfying, but when your dino dies, you say it is an unfair game. But it is what it is. It is a survival simulator, which you must survive. Take all these topics onto mind and choose how you would react to getting killed. Would you rage? Revenge kill? Slam your computer or throw your phone away? Or would you rather be a good sport and move on? Don't give in to the rage and just take a break until you are ready to play again. Learn from these mistakes in order to become a better player. Hope you all enjoyed and learned something. Got any thoughts or stuff to add? You can share it about it in the comments. Until next time.